Welcome back. Tensions flaring outside the Turning Point USA Women's Leadership Summit in San Antonio. Protesters you see here clashing with police and encouraging obnoxious behavior. Watch this.
Be as loud as you can. Be as obnoxious as you can. Make these people hate us. Make sure they know you hate them.
San Antonio is a place of community and heart. This is no place for Turning Point USA. This is no place for their hateful values.
Joining me now, Turning Point USA contributor and veteran Navy intelligence officer Jack Posobiec. Jack, this is not new, but it keeps happening. What do you make of what happened yesterday, and why are they doing this?
Well, Griff, thanks so much for having me on. And again, this is what they do. When they tell you who you are, when people tell you who they are, believe them. The left isn't out there feeling sorry for the murder of Charlie Kirk. They're not apologizing for it. They're out there celebrating it. There was even an individual outside of our event last night in San Antonio who was dressed as Charlie, recreating and reenacting his heinous murder just 9 months ago. We're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of it. And ultimately, what is it? This is resentment. They hate the fact that Turning Point USA is out there showing young people specifically a different path forward, not from hating their country, from hating men, from hating women, from hating capitalism, from hating innovation, to actually loving their country, building loving families. And that's exactly why they're attacking Erica and our entire team that's there.
Yeah, and you know, Charlie obviously was the leading voice on free speech. Turning Point put a statement out. I want to show our viewers. They said it's a free country. If a few protesters want to waste their weekend shouting vile obscenities and making fools of themselves outside of an event with 3,000 young, positive, patriotic women, they can have at it. It's just further proof TPUSA is over the target. So maybe, you know, they're highlighting the fact that they're fighting for those protesters' rights to do just that sort of idiotic stuff.
Well, look, Charlie lived, breathed, and in fact died for the right to free speech, to free debate, to free discussion in the open public square, of course, on a college campus. This is the public forum. This is the bedrock freedom on which our entire system lives and survives and was created. It's all rested on that idea that we don't solve things through violence. We solve them through debate, we solve them through discussion, and then whenever California can get their ballots voted eventually, sometimes we have an election.
Let's change gears for a second, Jack, because you were a Navy intelligence officer serving our country, and we have this Pentagon, this report, first in NBC, now in New York Times, the Pentagon saying that Israel may be spying on the U.S. The Israeli embassy to the U.S. is denying it, saying Israel does not gather intelligence on American entities, let alone U.S. government officials. Israel intelligence collection efforts are aimed at its enemies, not its allies. The White House also pushing back, saying this entire story is false and sourced to someone who doesn't have any knowledge of what's going on. But in these reports, this is allegedly coming from a DIA report. What's your take?
Well, yeah, so there's always going to be an official denial of espionage activities from both sides. That's nothing new, but this is also something that I remember back when I served, that when you're dealing with a partner force nation, whether it's Israel, whether it's any country in Asia, when it's anywhere in the world, you're always going to be looking at a situation where if I'm conducting operations, if I'm working on the intel side, if I'm working on that picture, are they looking over my shoulder? Are they trying to figure out what I'm doing in the other room? And in fact, that's obviously the case here. And this was the case with Israel back when I served as well, that there were always questions that they seemed to know more about our operations than we had told them. And there would be times, of course, where people had found evidence directly speaking to these that raised that critical threat in terms of these reports when operations were ongoing. And of course, this comes at a time where President Trump is working hard to create what we believe is one of the best deals we've ever seen with Iran, certainly far better than the Obama deal.
Jack Posobiec, great insight as always. We'll continue to watch this. It's an interesting report because we are obviously working hand in hand with Israel with the war in Iran, but yet they would be trying to learn more about our position. Jack Posobiec, thank you very much.
God bless.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.